Could LeBron James be heading back to South Beach for one final championship chase? And would this blockbuster reunion completely reshape both the Lakers' future and the Heat's title aspiration? The basketball world might be witnessing the setup for one of the most shocking trades in NBA history. After 7 consecutive seasons with the Los Angeles Lakers, the longest stint of his career since his original Cleveland days, LeBron James could potentially return to the Miami Heat, the franchise where he captured 2 of his 4 NBA championships and created some of the most memorable moments in basketball history. This isn't just wild speculation anymore. Trade scenarios are being seriously discussed that would send the 40-year-old superstar back to Miami, along with his son Bronny James, in exchange for a package centered around Andrew Wiggins, promising young talent Jaime Jaquez Jr., and valuable future draft capital. The implications of such a move would be absolutely seismic for both organizations and the entire NBA landscape. Let's break down what makes this potential trade so fascinating from every angle. For the Lakers, trading LeBron would represent a fundamental philosophical shift, essentially declaring that they're ready to fully embrace the Luka Doncic era and move beyond their aging superstar core. At 41 years old this December, James is undeniably in the twilight of his legendary career, and the Lakers would be maximizing the return on what's essentially a depreciating asset. With an expiration date, the return package would give Los Angeles both immediate help and long-term building blocks. Andrew Wiggins brings athleticism, defensive versatility, and scoring ability that could complement Doncic beautifully as a clear secondary option. With opposing defenses focused on stopping Doncic, Wiggins could thrive in the reduced pressure environment, potentially rediscovering the form that made him such an intriguing prospect early in his career. Jaime Jaquez Jr. represents the kind of young, hungry talent that championship organizations covet. His work ethic, basketball IQ, and proven ability to contribute meaningful minutes as a rookie make him exactly the type of player the Lakers need to build around their new franchise cornerstone. The future first-round pick adds another layer of asset accumulation that could prove crucial for future moves. From Miami's perspective, this trade represents the ultimate all-in move for an organization that's been tantalizingly close to championship glory in recent years. The Heat have reached the NBA Finals twice since LeBron left for Los Angeles, losing to his Lakers team in the 2020 bubble and falling to Denver in 2023. They've been eliminated in the first round the past 2 seasons, but the Eastern Conference appears more vulnerable than it has in years. The potential Big Four of LeBron James, Tyler Herro, Norman Powell, and Bam Adebayo would create immediate championship buzz. Throughout South Beach, James would be returning to an organization and culture that knows exactly how to maximize his talents, having previously helped him capture the titles and reach for consecutive finals appearances. The emotional and narrative elements of this potential reunion cannot be understated. James's original stint in Miami from 2010 to 2014 represented the peak of his powers and some of the most dominant team basketball we've ever witnessed. The chemistry he developed with Heat culture, the leadership of Pat Riley, and the championship infrastructure could provide the perfect environment for one final title run. What makes this scenario particularly intriguing is the timing. At 40, James doesn't have the luxury of multiple championship windows remaining. If he's going to add a 5th ring to his collection, it needs to happen soon. Miami offers the kind of veteran-heavy, championship experience roster that could immediately compete at the highest level without requiring years of development. The inclusion of Bronny James in this hypothetical trade adds another fascinating wrinkle to the story. The father-son dynamic that captivated basketball fans during their brief time as Lakers teammates could continue in Miami, potentially creating even more emotional investment in this championship pursuit. For Heat fans, this would represent validation of everything their organization has built since James's departure. Despite years of competitive teams and playoff runs, they haven't been able to capture that elusive 3rd championship. Adding LeBron would immediately make them legitimate title contenders and bring back the championship energy that made those early 2010s teams so special. The basketball fit actually makes tremendous sense. James's court vision and playmaking ability would elevate every player on Miami's roster, while their defensive culture and disciplined approach would provide the perfect complement to his offensive brilliance. The Heat's developmental program could also help extend James's career effectiveness just as they did during his prime years. From a strategic standpoint, This move wouldn't require Miami to mortgage their entire future. Unlike other potential superstar acquisitions that might demand multiple first-round picks and young prospects, this trade would allow them to maintain some organizational depth while adding a proven champion. The Western Conference implications would be enormous as well. Removing LeBron from the Lakers while potentially creating a championship contender in the East would dramatically shift the league's competitive balance. The Lakers would be betting on their ability to build around Doncic and their acquired assets, while the Heat would be making one final championship push with a proven winner. Whether this trade actually materializes remains to be seen, but the mere possibility has basketball fans everywhere imagining what could be one of the most compelling storylines in recent NBA history. LeBron James returning to Miami for a final championship chase would create the kind of narrative that transcends sports and captures the imagination of fans worldwide. What do you think about this potential blockbuster reunion? Could LeBron actually help Miami capture another championship, or would this trade be too risky for both organizations? Let us know your thoughts on whether the Kings should return to South Beach. And don't forget to hit that like button if you think this could be the move that defines the next NBA season.